Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi theme tutorial. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignertechtips.com. Well, we've been putting together this little product sales page. It's a bit of a sales funnel that kind of takes people down the page, showing them specs and videos and testimonials and what have you. And at the bottom they got a nice pricing table that they can actually purchase the product with. In our last video we created the pricing tables. In this one, let's take care of our menu. The menu that'll take us and scroll to our various different sections here. Really easy to do. So let's get started. So I'm going to go to the site that we were building here. And what we need to do is I'll enable the Visual Builder. Now to make this work, we need to give each of our sections an ID, a CSS ID. Now I believe we've done a couple already. Let's just have a look at this section. Once you're in a section, go to the Advanced, go to CSS ID and Classes. Okay, this one doesn't have one, so I'll call it Home. And you want to remember these when you put them in, and each one has to be unique for a CSS ID. Let's roll on down to our next section. I think we may have given this one called Specs, CSS ID and Classes. Stats this is. Roll down on our next one. Not sure if I want a link to that one, but let's link to this one and call it Info. There's the section tab. Remember, it's blue for a section, green for a row, and dark for the module. Let's have a look at the Advanced tab, CSS ID, and we'll call this Info. And this one wants to be called Testimonials, or we'll shorten it to Test Advanced, CSS ID and Classes. Video, yep, we'll have a link to this one. Advanced, CSS ID and Classes. Great. So we've got all of our sections with CSS IDs now. We'll get rid of this in another video when we add the footer. So let's make this all work. We don't want all this junk up here, which is the generic default menu that it puts in there for us. So let's go to our dashboard. I'm going to open mine in another tab and just pop it across here. And let's go down to Appearance and Menus. And we need to create our first menu. So let's create your first menu below. So I'll give it a name. I'll just call it Main. Call it whatever you want. It really doesn't matter. Just something you can identify it with in case you have more than one menu. Hit the Create Menu button. Now we're going to be using custom links for this today because we're not linking to any different pages here. So let's go to Custom Links. And our first one, in the URL, you want to put the name of your CSS ID, and our first one was Home, wasn't it? Home. And the text that appears in the menu, I want that to say Home. We'll add this to the menu. There it is, great. Next one I think was Stats. If I put it in wrong, it won't work, so we'll find out. Stats. Remember to put a hashtag before your CSS ID name. And rather than stats for the name, I think I'll put in specs because that'll make more sense to people for specifications. Great, and below that we've got our home, we've got our stats. Oh, here's our info. We call this one info. So hashtag info, and this is fine. Below info we had testimonials, which we Gave the CSS ID of test, so it's hashtag test. Testimonials for the title that appears in the menu. Below the testimonials we had video. CSS ID was video, so hashtag video. And the title can simply be video also. And I think the next one and last one that we want up there is pricing. So that's hashtag price. So this was hashtag CSS ID, which was price. And we'll call this pricing. And add it to the menu. Great. Now what we need to do is save our menu. Once the menu is saved, we actually need to assign it to this page. And this page is called Home. So let's now go to down to Divi to the theme customizer. Now once we've done it, we need to assign the correct page to be the home page here. To do that, let's go to Home Page Settings, a static page. We want to select the page that we want, which is called Home. There we go, we've now got the correct page. Now we want to assign the menu that we just created to the top here. Now this is called the primary menu right here. So let's go back and we'll go down to menus. Here's main menu, view all locations, primary menu. Remember, this is the primary menu. So all we need to do is select our main that we just created, was the name of our menu. There it is. Let's see our specs. That's working fine. Okay, that's not working, and that's not working. I'll tell you why. It's because I haven't saved my page changes after putting that CSS IDs in there. So let's save our page changes. Once saved, we can go back into our customizer. Let's publish what we've got going on here and refresh this page. So once it's reloaded, let's check our links again. Home, that's fine. Specs, that's fine. Info, fantastic. Testimonials, great. Video, fantastic. Pricing, great. So they're all working perfectly. So there you have it. That's how to create the menu to scroll to the various sections of your one-page scrolling site here. So I hope you've enjoyed that and found it useful. In our next video, I'll stop this menu up there from shrinking on scroll. I want it to remain the same height, and we'll sort out the buttons and make sure everything links to the correct sections. So I hope you've enjoyed that and found it useful. If you have, please ring the bell, give it a thumbs up, comment, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.